Dear students, today we are continuing with the sums of exercise 4.4 of the lesson determinants and matrices. Question number 8. Find x, y, z if the matrix 0 minus 5i x, y, 0, z 3 upon 2 minus root 2, 0 is a skew symmetric matrix. Solution. Let us take the given matrix as matrix A is equal to matrix Aij of order 3 by 3 and is a skew symmetric matrix. Then by definition of skew symmetric matrix we have Aij is equal to minus Aj for all I and j, and x is the element in the position first row and third column, that means A13, and y is A21 second row and first column 21 A21, z is A23. So x is equal to A13, and by definition of skew symmetric matrix A13 is equal to minus A31. A31 is given, A31 is the element 3 upon 2, so minus 3 upon 2, that means x is equal to minus 3 upon 2, and y is equal to A21 which is equal to minus A12 by the condition, and equal to minus of A12 is minus 5i. So minus of minus 5y is equal to 5i. So y is equal to 5i. Z is equal to A23, and by definition minus A32. A23 is equal to minus A32 is equal to minus of A32 is minus root 2. So Z is equal to root 2. Question number 9. Using the transpose, state the given matrix is symmetric, skew symmetric or neither. I took the second one, matrix 2, 5, 1, minus 5, 4, 6, minus 1, minus 6, 3. Let us give the name of the given matrix as A. Then we first find the transpose of A by interchanging the rows and columns. So in transpose of A, the first row will become first column, second row will become second column, and third row will become third column. And you can observe that by the definition of symmetric matrix we know that Aij and Aji are equal, but here Aij and Aji are not equal for all I not equal to j. That means the elements other than the diagonal elements are not satisfying this condition. So matrix A is not symmetric, and one more thing, diagonal elements do not have any change in the transpose. Now we will see whether this matrix A is skew symmetric matrix. For that we will see both the conditions are satisfied or not. Non-diagonal elements are taken first and see whether they are satisfying the condition that Aij is equal to minus Aji. Look at the non-diagonal elements here, minus 5. Here in A, 5 and minus 5. When you take the transpose, or simply before finding the transpose also you can observe that Aij and Aji are differ only in sign, that is Aij is equal to minus Aji. For all I not equal to j means for all non-diagonal elements. That condition is satisfied here. But the next condition, that is about the diagonal elements. In a skew symmetric matrix, the diagonal elements are always equal to 0. But here the diagonal elements are non-zero. So it is not satisfying the second condition, that is Aij is equal to 0 for all I is equal to j. This condition is clearly mentioned in the definition of skew symmetric matrix. So we can say that the given matrix A is neither a symmetric nor a skew symmetric matrix. Now we will learn about the algebra of matrices, that is the operations on matrices. First one, equality of two matrices. Two matrices A and B are equal if their orders are equal, and corresponding elements of A and B are same. That means Aij is equal to Bij for all I and j. That is A11 equal to B11, A12 is equal to B12, like that. And it is represented as A equal to B. Now scalar multiplication or constant multiplication. Multiplication of a matrix by a scalar or constant. Let A be any matrix and K is any scalar, then the matrix obtained by multiplying each element of A by the scalar K is called a scalar multiplication of A, and it is denoted by K. Here order of A and order of K into A are same. Here you have to note that each and every element of A should be multiplied with the number or constant K. That is, if A equal to matrix Aij of order m by n and K is any scalar, then K into A is equal to matrix K into Aij with order m by n. Now addition of two matrices. Let A and B be two matrices of same order. Then the sum A plus B of same order of A and B is obtained by adding the corresponding elements of A and B. Corresponding elements means the elements in the same place. That means A11 and B11, A12 and B12, etc. If A equal to matrix Aij of order m by n and B is equal to Bij, matrix Bij of order m by n, then A plus B is equal to the matrix Aij plus Bij of order m by n. Here to add the matrices A and B, both matrices having the same order. Next, note that there is no direct subtraction of matrices. So, to subtract two matrices A and B, we will write A minus B is equal to A plus minus B, where minus B is the matrix obtained by multiplying each and every element of B with minus 1. After reversing the sign or multiplying with minus 1, we will add the corresponding elements of A and minus B. Now properties are, consider three matrices A, B and C and the scalars alpha and beta. Here note that the matrices A, B and C should be conformable for addition. That means to add A, B and C, their order should be same. Now the properties are, first one is commutative property. That means A plus B is equal to B plus A. That is, first you take A, then second, after adding, then you will get the same matrix only when you take B first and A second. Next, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. That means A and B are added first, then add C. Or first B and C are added, then add with this A. Both the matrices are equal, resulting matrices are equal. This property is called associative property. These properties we have already learned with the numbers like integers, natural numbers, etc. Now the third one, matrix A plus O. O is the null matrix of same order of A. Then A plus O is equal to O plus A is equal to A itself. And this is called O. Here O is called the additive identity of A. And A plus negative of A is equal to negative of A plus A. That is, commutative property is also satisfied here. And the resulting matrix will be null matrix. Here minus A is called the additive inverse of A. Next one, alpha into A plus or minus beta plus or minus B is equal to alpha into A plus or minus alpha into B. And alpha plus or minus beta, here both addition and subtraction are satisfied with these properties. So, I combined both the addition and subtraction this way. And now alpha plus or minus beta into the matrix A is equal to alpha into A plus or minus beta into A. Now, alpha into beta into A is equal to alpha beta into A, means alpha and beta are the scalar. So, you can multiply the scalar and then multiply with the matrix A. And O into A, the null matrix into the matrix A is always a null matrix. Clear? Now exercise 4.5 and algebra of matrices continuation, that is the multiplication of matrices, are done in the next videos. And students, please take care and study well. Thank you.